and welcome to the Starts Monday podcast with me, Robin Grainger. I'm just getting my coffee. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. That's what one of my Christmas jumpers said that I got this year. It had like a fat Santa on it, and it said Feliz Navidad. And I know you're looking at your watch or your calendar. I don't have a new calendar. I know you're watching your calendar, or I know you're looking at your calendar thinking, fucking 1 week into January, Grainger, what are you doing? Well, we all had a Christmas holiday, didn't we? So I didn't do anything. I just ate. Like, this might be a sluggish episode, to be honest. If you're watching, you might be watching, but you might just be listening. You might be going to sleep just listening to this ramble. This might be a sluggish episode because I just ate Richmond meat-free sausages and like half a box of one of those spinach and ricotta tortellini things, like just because they're both out of date or going out. When you do, you know, when you rake through your fridge, and you go, that one out of date 3 days ago, and you do the math of like, how ill will I get? How ill am I gonna be? What is a Richmond meat-free sausage? If it was a meat-full sausage, I had Richmond meat-full sausages. There were 2 of those left in the packet. But I thought they're full of meat. And they gone bad. So I don't really want to... Although there's the argument, isn't it? That like, oh, if you were a caveman, or if you were hungry, you would just eat the sausage and would your body just... But we're wimps nowadays, aren't we? There's no way my little tummy could just go with an old sausage and just be fine with that in my stomach. You know what I mean? If I eat a Starburst that's been left out for too long, my stomach's like, oh, it's lime as well. You'll do real damage with those citrus flavourings. So, but anyway, I threw caution into the wind. See you later, caution. And I ate Richmond sausages that I think went out of date on the date of recording is the 8th. 8! I ate 8 sausages on the 8th. It's like a Dr. Seuss book or something. Robin ate 8 sausages on the 8th. I wish I'd eaten them at 8. It's not 8 yet. Let's just say it's 8. I ate 8 sausages on the 8th at 8. And I've begun to hate myself for it. Because 8 anything. I mean, 8 cigarettes, 8 pints of beer. Even 8, if you drink 8 bottles of water or eat 8 apples, I want to keep 8 doctors away. You're going to feel minging, aren't you? You're going to be like, oh, so far, there's a fucking orchard in my fucking colon. So anyway, I ate 8 Richmond sausages. And I had some pasta, and the dog was looking at me like I don't know if you've got a dog at home or nearby or whatever, but see, when you're eating food, they just turn into like Terminator. Like, they don't give a fuck about what's going on around them. It could be a tornado, someone drowning 2 feet away, but the plate is there, slowly. Bit of drool. They don't care about it. What's drool to them? If not just lunch sauce. Just staring. It could be anything. It could be dynamite on the plate. I could be eating I could be a psycho that eats dynamite. I eat dynamite. Chase that back with some dog poison. But they're like, dynamite. Dog poison? And they do that head tilt, which my brother told me is that if you say something to a dog over and over, it tilts its head to like see it from a different perspective to make sure that it's really happening. So if you go walkies, and it goes, what the fuck? And you go walkies, and it, what the fuck? I can't believe it so much that it's jeopardizing its neck to believe that it's reality happening in front. That human alien saying bleh, bleh. And I associate bleh, bleh with going around the park smelling pee, getting the gossip. That's another thing I learned, is that when dogs sniff pee, it's for gossip reasons. It's their newspaper. You see an old guy, my newspaper, I don't have one here because I'm not an old guy. walking down the street, he's got paper, still smoking. He's getting his gossip. What the fuck is going on? What is, oh dearie, oh look at that happening. Oh dearie, COVID number 19 is here, blah blah blah. That's what a dog's doing. Roy was here. Roy's owner gave him some red Skittles. Roy can't handle red Skittles. This way. And you have to, oh God, come on. All right, where are we going? Where are we fucking going? Why are we in the shrubs? You get to the shrubs. There's a shit there. It's full of red Skittles. And my dog's like, Roy's not well. Roy's not well. Roy! I'll pee near Roy's skittly shit. And then Roy will hopefully remember where he shat. And he'll go, someone was thinking of him. Someone was looking out for his best interests. Godspeed, Roy. Godspeed. Anyway, so that's why they sniff pee and look at you for your food and tilt their head when you say stuff. Again, not going to apologise for slurping in the mic. No one mentioned it the last episode. Thanks if you watched the first video episode in December. Thanks if you listened to it, because I'm chucking them out on Spotify and all your normal podcast bits, and then I'm uploading this video version onto YouTube. And I'm not bothering looking at any sort of data around it. I'm just doing it, and then I'll, And also, I realised with doing the other one, so when I do the audio, I edit. I get really particular with like, I sigh too many times, or I go, that horrible, it's gross, isn't it? That, I do that too many times, or I drink tea too loudly, or I say, yeah, so anyway, or something like that. Like I've noticed when I see the audio blips on the like graph when it's recording, it was up like that, I know, I've said or something like that there. But you'll be pleased to know, YouTube fans, that I can't be bothered doing that. Can't be bothered doing it with video, going all the way through and cutting it and splicing it. So I just chuck it up. It's a lazier way to do it, isn't it? It just means I have to be on point, on my P's and Q's, and just upload it. I just upload it. Faults and all, for I am but a human being with flaws like everyone else. So it's just going up. See, I did it again. And that'll stay in. That will not be trimmed. That will stay in the video version. Anyway, I hope you had a good Christmas. I got to go home. I got to see my mum for Christmas Day, which is phenomenal to me because I've missed the last 4 Christmases. 2 we did with my girlfriend's family, and then there was COVID. It was amazing. Travelled up north. And I tried to dye my hair blue to make people at work laugh. It didn't work. My hair just kind of went brown. So I got home and my mum for Christmas got me, they're fucking here. My mum got me these boys. These. And they're pretty. I think we can all agree they're pretty cool, aren't they? Mum got me these sunglasses. Let's do this so you can fully appreciate them. It's going to look weird on the internet. And I look like, sir. Yeah, I look like Sir Festive Dennis the Menace. Yeah. So my mum got me these, and I saw them, and there was a red pair and a green pair, and like me and my brother could choose which one. Like I'm 33, he's, I don't know, late 20s. We got the choice, and I picked these, and then I found green hair dye, and I'll attach the photo. Or go on my Instagram, you'll see the photo attached. I dyed my hair green at my mum's house to then make her laugh, so it was like colour coordinated with these sort of Christmas tree sunglasses, and it looked cool, but I didn't realise do I put on there for the duration of the episode, just to really distract anyone with attention problems. Yeah, you're just gonna look at that now. Actually, we'll move on. And if you're listening, I have sunglasses with Christmas trees, and it's a green. So I dyed my hair green to match them to make my mum laugh on Christmas Day. And I'm pleased to say it worked. She pissed herself. And I made her laugh lots when we played a Horrible Histories board game, which I recommend. It's a very funny game. So the point of going home for 36 hours all the way, 6-hour bus trip there, 6-hour bus trip back, was basically just to make my mum laugh, and I achieved that. So I dyed my hair green, and then obviously it started to fade after 8 washes, so I shaved it all off. And I think I look pretty tough. Tough with a Playmobil jumper on. And this, my brother gave me this for Christmas. And if you can see it, it says "Eat Mere Fish," because there's a fish shop up near us, up north, on the northeast coast in Buckie, a wee town. I think called Mere Fish, and his mate worked there or whatever and got a hat. So he gave me this hat. I think it's just a promotional hat, which I really like, because Mere, obviously Doric for more, Scots dialect, more. So that's one of my favourite Christmas presents. That and the sunglasses from my lovely mum and brother. I got those. And yeah, it was just up north, quiet, peaceful, good to be away from Edinburgh for a day and a half. And then came back, then had a kind of second Christmas day here. It was really good. And I wanted to look up some facts about Christmas. I know you're probably bored of it, but we'll do it. We're all bored of it. Like, this is the thing. Like, eating sausages and pasta just earlier was an absolute treat, because the past 2 weeks I've mainly ate quality street and cheese, and played lots of Scrabble, and it's been really good. But you know, when you just you're in like you eat so much cheese, you're scared of cheese. Did you get that? Because I did. And you sort of walk around in this like half cheese stoned haze, just looking for more cheese, going, I'm made of cheese. I shouldn't need more cheese, but I need more cheese. And eating matchmakers, like, you know, it like a tree log going into a wood chopper or whatever, like, to get made into sawdust. That's what I was like with mint matchmakers. Just the whole 2 weeks advent calendar. Oh, I forgot 5 days, so I have 5 chocolates in the morning. Like, we realise how mad that is, and awesome it is to be having that much chocolate in the AM. Like, fucking hell. You just like a crackhead for the whole day. Just fucking, I've had 9 advent calendars. They're fondant filled, so they got chocolate, like liquid chocolate in the chocolate. There's fucking matchmakers just on every surface. Everyone takes something into work. A big tub of celebrations. Quality Street, miniature heroes. Other chocolates are available. Shortbread. Cheese are just fucking slabs. Triangles of fucking cheese everywhere. Just give me the cheese. Yeah. I was using mint matchmakers instead of COVID tests. That was my LFT, just a mint matchmaker. I'm positive for mint. My blood type is fucking mint cheese now. You know what I mean? Star sign is in Castello blue cheese. Amazing. So it was good just having some out-of-date sausages, just to give my stomach a different fucking battle to do. Anyway, I wanted to look up Christmas facts, and I'll tell you about some absolute belters of Christmas presents I've had. Because this fish hat, and the sunglasses, and my lovely girlfriend got me this. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but I do a thread about comic books. This, we'll do a shout out now. It's called In by Will McPhail, who's from Edinburgh. And he writes for the New Yorker and stuff, and it's just incredible. I didn't even mean that to be a thing, but it is just incredible. There's a quote in the front saying "brilliant" on the back, by Joe Dunthorne. This is a miraculous book, very funny, very sad, and very beautiful. And I tweeted about it, and Will retweeted it. And yeah, it is funny, sad, and beautiful. It's really good. I read it in one sitting. I just got it, opened it, and finished it, like, just in a oneer, just devoured the thing. It's brilliant, so I recommend that. Thank you to my girlfriend who got me that. I bought myself a book for Christmas, and it's this. He doesn't need the plug. Billy Connolly, Windswept and Interesting. That's what I'm reading. Like, I started it last night because I was already reading a book for Christmas and it's almost done. And apparently he reads the audiobook, so I'm going to have to download the audiobook like straight after, just because he's the GOAT. He's the greatest. He's one of my trifecta. I tell this story all the time and probably have on the podcast, but I remember sitting down in an old house of ours with my mum and we watched a Billy Connolly video called Two Night Stand, and I think he's on the cover doing like that, like Two Night Stand. I think one of the shows is Glasgow, one is in Ireland. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It's like 2 nights. Yeah, anyway, it's a show with 2 nights of gigs in it. Both totally different because he's a genius. And my mum was sat with her back up against the radiator. She was on the floor. We're probably eating Ritz crackers, biscuits, this little red box. Very sort of yummy little biscuit that you eat like a cracker, but it was like salty as well, so it wasn't just like it wasn't one of those where you eat two and you're like, I need it to rain. I need it to rain for some moisture. It was they're a lovely cracker, the Ritz cracker. And he did this story about the guy who recognises him at the dinner party because I knew you, yes you, I knew you, toboggan. He speaks about how if you're a posh guy, you can just do tobogganing. You can just toboggan. You're like toboggan. And I remember watching my mum laugh, and I was as well, like through tears, looking at my mum, who I love most in the world, like doing that laughter that I'd never seen. Like I'd never seen someone be that in bits through laughter, like where like it hurts to laugh. Like you don't want it to be more funny because you think you're gonna like injure yourself. That's what I saw my mum doing, and I was doing the same. And I was like really young. I think I was like maybe 10 or something. I can't remember. Yeah, that it's such a vivid memory for me watching that he's always up there. Similarly with my dad, he introduced me to Bill Hicks, and Bill Hicks, Sane Man, they filmed in Austin at the Laugh Stop, and he let me stay up late one night and watch Richard Pryor live in concert, where he was wearing the red shirt, and he it's all about him shooting his car and stuff like that. And that again, seeing the two people that you grow up looking up to, like as parents, like just helpless with laughter, and then looking on the TV and being like, how can one person do this to all those people at the gig that we were watching, but also to my mum or to my dad? Like how is a person in the TV like creating this like helplessness with laughter? And it really made me like, oh, that looks so cool, and it's so fun to see like that reaction from my mum and dad, and obviously they're amazing comedians, those three that I mentioned, as are so many more. But it's Billy Connolly, Richard Pryor, and Bill Hicks will forever be like such a pedestal because it's such a core memory. Those three times when I was really young. Let's see when Billy Connolly two night stand. Yeah, it is. It's him on the video doing that. One in London, one in Glasgow. Forgive me. One in London, one in Glasgow during his 1997 tour. So I was 8 or 9 then. Is phenomenal. Watch it. Go like pause this, and it'll be on the channel. Like say it enough times. Billy Connolly 2 night stand. Billy Connolly 2 night stand. Does that work for an algorithm? I don't know. But fucking look there or whatever the fuck. If you're listening to this, pause it. Leave a 5-star review. Follow me on Instagram at Robin_Grainger. Follow me on TikTok at Robin Grainger. Follow me on Twitter at Robin Grainger. Follow me on Facebook at Robin Grainger Comedian, and go watch those. But leave reviews for this podcast. Leave nice comments, nice ones about how nice my jumper is, how daft this hat is, how nice my room is. Dogmatics. Are you an Asterix fan? Tell me about it. We can chat about it in the comments. But yeah, so I got myself a Billy Connolly book, and it is as promised, as I thought it would be. Fucking phenomenal. I love that man so much. Another amazing thing. Let's just go through. We'll go through these amazing presents, and I'll get to the ones I've had over the years. This is not a sponsored ad. This is merely a thirsty boy. Jameson Black Barrel. My girlfriend got me this, and it's phenomenal as well. I've just got into whiskey, and I'm trying to get my pretension of it up. Like I want to be able to tell you that it tastes, the palate is like It's like raisins that bleed into autumn rumours. And then once you smell more rumours, then it lends itself to a sort of parochial, baronistic window decoration. And once you lean into that decoration, then you'll get dates, you'll get dark chocolate, and you'll get confetti. Spit out the confetti, and what you're left with is a sort of burning sensation deep into your stomach, and you'll go, ah, whiskey. But I'm not that pretentious yet. I just like the noise. See if we can hear this. Listen to this. Oh, what a noise, eh? Let's have a bit. I'm going to have a bit. We'll have a wee bit in a bit, and we'll see Slangeva. That's Gaelic, isn't it? For cheers. But yeah, she got me that, and it is one of the so I'm getting into whiskey, and I really like she got me like these miniatures where it was like from each region or whatever, so I could then pick, because she's clever and amazing. So she'll be like, look, these are from the islands, or these are from the lowlands, or I don't even really know. But I really like Macallan double cask, it's called. It's in like a blue box, Macallan double cask. And I really like this Jameson Black Barrel, and I really like Ochantoshan, which is fun to just say, Ochantoshan. And yeah, there's a couple where I can, and then sometimes if you add, sometimes, I don't know if, I know you're on YouTube, but sometimes when you add ice to this boy, it changes on a molecular level. I think that's what it means. And the comments will be going random now. The comments will be on a rampage. Because people will be going, no, it's not that, it's this. I don't know anything about whiskey apart from it's tasty, and I like the noise when you open the bottle. This is full of gin. No, it's not. This is coffee in a Mario Bros faded mug. Anyway, so she got me that, and it's really, really nice. So I recommend all those things. In by Will McPhail, Windswept and Interesting by Billy Connolly, Jameson Black Barrel Whiskey for those people who like drinking alcohol. And if you ever visit Bucky, go to this fish shop. Let's get to horrible Christmas presents. I don't know if I mentioned this on podcast before, but this year is vivid. I just spoke, you can rewind this, go back, rewind and realise that I spoke with love about my parents. But one Christmas day, I unwrapped a present, and it was like roughly like book size, or like VHS video size, or like kind of double. It was before Blu-ray and stuff. It was before your Blu-ray, before your fancy Blu-rays, and now it's all that, not all that Netflix and that, all that Amazon Prime, not HBO Now. But then, yeah, it was DVDs and videos. So it was like, yeah, like a DVD, double DVD or video sized, like Christmas present. I was opening it, all excited. Like, you know, wrapping paper, dogs kicking about, fire going, people drinking gin and tonic at 7 a.m, because you're allowed to on Christmas Day, or any day if you want. If you're an adult, do what you want. I'm not the boss. And I opened it, and then I peeled back the thing, the wrapping paper, and I saw the logo, and it's a Father Ted, like this gold kind of embossed logo, and I was like, Mum's bought me the Father Ted box set, or a Father Ted video. I'll take either. Thank you very much, Nettie. Thank you very much. It's one of my favourite ever TV programmes. Very, very funny. Father Ted's a comedy set in Ireland about priests. It was hilarious. And I was like, yes, Father Ted, this is class. Meanwhile, my dad's over there in a chair, dressing gown, and he rips open and he sees the Office logo. The Office, the British Office, not the American one, the British Office. I don't want to seem nationalistic in any sense, because the American Office is class, but the British Office, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, those two series in the Christmas special is just genius. And I will fight all of you in the comments about that. It's just best. It's just so funny. So he looked at that, he was like, I got The Office, and I was like, I got Father Ted, and we're like, yes. And then we unwrapped the thing and realised that my mum had bought us the Father Ted and The Office scripts. Books. At that time in my life, don't care about books. I want visual. I'm like you watching there. I want visual. I don't want to just listen to something or read. Imagine this podcast if you have to read it. Robin then showed off his hat. His hat had to have fish on it, and you're going, I can't see that. I want to be able to see it, visualize it. So cut to Christmas Day. I love my mum to death, but cut to Christmas Day, and I'm reading the Father Ted scripts, like Mrs. Doyle falls out a window. There was an ongoing joke in Father Ted where Mrs. Doyle, the housekeeper, falls out a window somehow. Mrs. Doyle falls out a window. Dad, Mrs. Doyle just fell out the window. That'd be good if we could see that, wouldn't it? Meanwhile, my dad, he's having his own Christmas Day. He's got to read The Office is one of the most beautiful, subtle comedies ever. You know what I mean? So he's got to tackle with like David Brent looks at camera and raises one eyebrow slowly. He's got to go. Imagine that. He's got to go. Yeah, I remember he does do that in episode 2. Right back to it, you know what I mean? Gareth finds a stapler in some jelly, and you've just got to picture it. Just, oh, we could watch this. Thank you, Mum, but we could be watching this. Anyway, that really sticks out in my mind as one of like just the daftest, but really, really nice, because me and my dad were both like geeks as well about TV and stuff. So like really cool to like read. I love stuff like that. Like I just watched the documentary about Harry Potter and stuff, which is great if you haven't seen it. 20th anniversary Harry Potter documentary. So I love all the behind the scenes, but I liked watching the Harry Potter documentary because I'd seen the films. Do you know what I mean? So it was like just quite the thing to just read Father Ted, instead of watch it. Let's learn some Christmassy facts. We're a bit longer than the usual episode, but we'll do some Christmas facts, and then I'll get you guys out of here. Let's try some. Cheers. Oh yes, I'm getting bleak summer curtains mixed with a kind of nutty, smoky lavender flump. Have you ever had a flump before? Marshmallow? One of those twisty marshmallows called a flump? It's kind of like that, but it's dipped in dreams. Oh, whiskey. I don't know how they get their descriptions of the whiskey like that. You know what I mean? Like a bramble. Like a bramble come alive through the magic of disco dance. I don't understand it. 24 fun Christmas facts. Number 1. This will be a no-brainer. Christmas celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. Chosen to mark his birthday by the Roman Catholic Church years after his death. Christmas holiday celebrated by Christians all over the world. The term Xmas. I actually didn't know that. The X in the word Xmas comes from the ancient Greek language. In Greek, Christ begins with the letter X. So Xmas simply means Christmas. See, I always thought it was for atheists. I always thought atheists are like agnostics would be like, I love presents, but I don't like religion. So let's just put Xmas. Like I'm putting an X in the box for the bit that I don't like, but still buy me stuff. I will not be kind, but I want an iPod. Whereas the real meaning of Christmas is just to be kind, I think. Isn't it? Isn't it just be nice? I like, but this is going to sound wanky, but I like buying people things. I like buying my mum stuff, buying my girlfriend stuff, buying my brother a Nintendo Switch game. Shout out Nintendo Switch, Pokemon games, new ones, amazing. I bought him that and he got dead excited. He showed my mum. He was like, yeah, look, this is a game that I like. I like that feeling. It's not all about getting them. The mistletoe is a symbol of love and laughter. A mistletoe is supposed to be a symbol of love, laughter, and compassion. Yeah, that's nice. And the tradition of a kiss under the mistletoe is supposed to be a way of asking for the blessings of the spirits of Christmas through the mistletoe. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Where does it say you're supposed to mainline cheese? That's the real Christmas miracle, isn't it? Just the amount of cheese. Sorry to go back to it, but the amount of cheese is just phenomenal. It's just ace. In some of these. The Christmas wreath, I don't know about this, is a symbol of love and eternal life. So if you have a wreath and a bit of mistletoe, you're absolutely smashing your day, aren't you, really? Because you've got everything: love, compassion, eternal life, laughter. The Christmas wreath is representative of the crown of thorns that Jesus wore. Eventually, the colours of Christmas, red, green, and gold, were added. Red is said to represent the blood of Jesus. Green is supposed to symbolise life. And gold stands for royalty and light. And the evergreen foliage used to make Christmas wreath symbolises the continuity of life and nature, even in the darkest days of winter. All right, cool. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, there we go. There's some Christmas facts for you. Some Christmas facts for you. What? Christmas wasn't always on December the 25th. This is how my brain, like, I'm ready to wrap this podcast up and my brain is like, nah. There's no mention of December the 25th in the Bible. Isn't there? And many historians say Jesus was really born in the spring. Some historians posit that the date was originally chosen because it coincided with the pagan festival of Saturnalia, which honoured the agricultural god Saturn. Saturn's the one with the rings. He's a god. Saturn's the planet with the rings. I was imagining like a planet with... This is how my brain works. I was imagining a planet with rings. Just farming. Just washing potatoes. Like the planet with the rings. Just like pouring some water on the rings and then just spinning a potato around it until the potato was clean and then just using it to make mash. What the fuck? Fair enough. But apparently he was the god of agriculture. Saint Nick was... Oh yeah, and jolly Saint Nick. Saint Nick was more generous than jolly. You probably already knew that the idea of Santa Claus came from St. Nicholas. The saint wasn't a bearded man who wore a red suit. That tradition came much later. In the 4th century, the Christian bishop gave away his large inheritance to the poor and rescued women from servitude. In Dutch, his name is Sinterklaas, which later morphed into Santa Claus in English. Fair enough. Jenny St. Nick. Yo, man, that's like a bit of a woke, like, that's a bit of a posh way of saying generous, isn't it? It's Jenny St. Nick. It's absolute oh, mate, you gave me your Starbucks card with all the stamps on it. 1 free coffee, that was so Jenny. The reason I say this is because these guys came in, when I worked in a shop, these guys came in and they were chatting and they were these posh guys, middle class guys who just baffle me and infuriate me at the same time. And like, they're funny. Like, posh people are really funny because they just kind of live in this like this world of like just luxury and like privilege and stuff. They just walk around, and so they just say what they want and speak as loud as they want in quiet places, and they're just, oh yeah, oh, that's all I hear when I see posh people. And that is very judgmental of me, because a lot of posh people are very nice probably, but you know, when they just are the cliche of themselves. And this was one of those times I was in the shop and they were talking over me. They weren't really listening. I was like, do you want to help with this? Do you need to know about that? Are you paying cash, card? Do you have a loyalty card? You know, all this shit you do in customer service. And they were chatting about like jewels that they bought, like jewelry at like a vintage market or whatever, because that's another thing that like posh people do, is they'll buy things that they think, oh, from a nice little flea market in the middle of Stockbridge, the most affluent part of the city. There's a lovely little boutique, and they sell them jewels. And the jewels themselves, you know, it's not like jewels from London or somewhere. It's, you know, just this little out of the way little nook and cranny shop. And they think they're like a charity shop, when really it's like a proper posh jewelry shop. They're just so posh. And one of the guys turned to the other guys and he was like, how spenny was it? And I was like, you know, my till just went ding. Sorry, did you say spenny? Yeah, was it I was asking, was it spenny, the ring? Was it? And I'm there like trying to not piss myself laughing at these two discussing the word expensive. It's spenny. How spenny was it, bro? Oh, bro. It was not spenny at all. It was a nice, just a little tiny little shop. Just a little shop just down there in the middle of, you know, down by the river. Nice little shop, not spenny at all. I was there like, oh, fucking hate posh people. They're just idiots. So that was why I said Jenny there. Jenny St. Nick. How Jenny was it? He was Jenny, he wasn't jolly. He was more Jenny than jolly. Jenny St. Nick. How spenny would Jenny St. Nick be if he was Jenny and not jolly? Oh no, I don't know. I've got too many teeth for my face. I'm so posh. Anyway, so there's some facts for you. Fair play to St. Nick, he gave away some of his dosh. And he was probably rather posh. Oh dear. Anyway, before I just end up warbling along like a posh person, I will say Merry Christmas to you all. Thanks for watching this episode. And keep subscribing, commenting, liking, listening. As usual, I'll upload the audio if you just prefer to listen, but I quite like the visual aspect. And yeah, I'll put some links to like the things that I mentioned in the podcast as usual. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you got some daft presents, and I hope you got some really nice ones as well. Or just, you know, whatever you did, doesn't matter, as long as you had a nice time. I'll see you again for another episode of the Starts Monday podcast with me, Robin Grainger. Thanks again for support. Follow me on social media, and yeah, be nice to each other. Bye bye.